Children's events. It's great to see children participate in duathlon, triathlon. However, organising children's events does come with it some complexities and additional awareness of policies that are very, very important. Triathlon Ireland is a moral and legal obligation to provide a duty of care to children, young people and vulnerable adults. We have a child protection policy which is available upon request. It is not the technical official's responsibility to determine if abuse has occurred, but report concerns. TOs selected for junior events must be Garda vetted. Those who are in regular contact are responsible for making decisions that affect juniors is essentially what defines vetting. Now, even if you're vetted with work or in other areas, you still have to get vetted again. TOs must be aware of the safeguard elements of the EMP and ensure that they're implemented by the race team. So the safeguarding risk assessment, corralling the juniors, making sure they're never not on their own, and that there's a handover procedure at the finish. And then where you have special medical requirements for children, say with asthma or other conditions, that the medical team is aware and that there's a record of this. For children, we can have races from ages 6 to 16. There is a list of regulated distances for each age group in the rule book, which you should check out, but they generally increase by age group. And it's not recommended that young athletes do distances that are for older athletes or for adults. Cycling is off-road, it needs to be traffic free, and the transition is organised by age group, it's not a free-for-all. Competitors need to be visible at all times during the cycle and run, so that's really, really important. They can't be sent out the road and hope they come back. You need to have line of sight at all times, and obviously safety and enjoyment is paramount. This is about participation and fun. We also have Paratriathlon, which is obviously an Olympic version of the sport as well. Paratriathlon is an incredible sport to watch if you've never seen it. It is quite a complicated technical sport because you have a number of different classifications of athletes. Each of them have their own bikes, each of them have their own wheelchairs, prosthetics, and it is very difficult to keep on top of. There are specific safety rules for Paratriathlon depending on the disability. Generally speaking, Paratriathlon is sprint distance. Drafting is never legal because you'll have people from different categories and different types of bikes going at different speeds. So it is a non-drafting race. The rules are constantly being updated, so make sure you're aware of the latest rules on the ITU website. TI normally looks at these in January and produces a derogation sheet for Triathlon Ireland events. And not all athletes are classified. Classified is the terminology used to classify the disability or the category of the athlete. Okay, and this is not done by officials; it's done by trained medical personnel. If an athlete wants to qualify for championship events, they need to be classified. But for the most part in Ireland, they don't need to be classified. We're trying to grow the sport, so we don't put too many impediments in the way. And there's not too many classifiers either to avail of. One consideration is that you need to make extra space in transition for equipment. If you have a athlete with, say, amputated legs, they'll have a wheelchair and they'll have a bike. A hand bike, and these can take up to about 4 meters more squared, which is quite a lot of space, and it's something to be factored in. And having them away from the general athlete population is also good, particularly in relation to where are these athletes in their waves, how likely are athletes going to be running across their position transition area, and so on.